Hello my friends and welcome back to another Brotato Nightmare Mode run. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're playing the Loud because I've put together a lot of runs that just barely get there in this very difficult game mode. There's a lot of really hard characters, of course, to play. And I wanted to play a run where we get way ahead of Nightmare Mode and end up really powerful. The Loud is one of the best characters to do that. I also wanted to try out one of the weapons that was buffed. So Shuriken was buffed in the update, and this is one of my favorite weapons to use for the Loud, so we're going to go ahead and play Loud with Shurikens. Now, it looks like we're on Crash Zone here. I've been randomly rolling the map, so we will see if we're able to survive the really difficult Wave 6 and Wave 14 on Crash Zone, given how many enemies are going to be on the field. Here, I'm just going to take 2 melee damage. Shuriken, despite being a ranged weapon, scales with melee damage, so very important to pick that up. I'll ban the book here. I'll leave Beanie in the pool, and then I will roll. I'll ban Ratzilla. Claw Tree, is that good enough to lock here? It gives us crit chance, it gives us melee damage. I think it is good enough to lock. Then I'll roll, I'll buy a Shuriken, I'll lock a Lost Duck, and we'll roll, and we managed to get 4 Shurikens, which is not bad. On the first wave, of course, you're always going to suffer a little in income with this weapon, which is part of why it's hard for a lot of characters to make it work, because you end up just with a little less money on the first wave. But still finding 4 Shurikens is going to help us get a lot of critical hits, which is going to let us get a lot of bounces, so we should be making more money in these subsequent waves. And then here I will pick up 5% attack speed. Crit chance, of course, is also very important for Shurikens because it bounces on critical hits. But attack speed matters the most, I think, for this weapon, as it does for pretty much every weapon. Here, I could take 5% damage. We already have a decent amount of damage. Let's roll, and I'll take 6 max HP, so we don't just get one shot if I walk into an attack. And then I'm going to roll a few times. Okay, not finding more Shurikens definitely hurt. We were certainly expecting to find a 6th weapon here on the Loud, because we have so much more money than other characters, but we did at least manage to lock a 6th. Shuriken is also a weapon you really want to level, so I'm very much hoping that we can find some more weapon levels pretty soon. Trying to pick up a decent amount of materials, though of course it's always going to be difficult to pick up all the materials on a weapon with bouncing shots like this. Here, I could pick up lifesteal. That's going to be our best way of healing. I could pick up armor. I could also roll. Let's just re-roll here. And you know what? I'll take 6 dodge. We're going to end up with so much money because we're playing the Loud. Oh, I meant to buy these 2 items as well because this is wave 3. But we're going to end up with so much money because we're playing the Loud that we do want to buy dodge. And so getting a head start is definitely helpful. I did do 1 reroll there with some items locked, which I shouldn't have. Should have bought the items first and then rerolled. So gave up 2 looks at new items, but oh well. I randomly rolled the map here. We are on Crash Zone, and the enhanced flies are pretty dangerous for this weapon. So it's something to be aware of on this wave and on the future waves where they appear. I'll run in here and grab as many materials as I can, though, of course, again, we're going to leave some on the ground. Here, I'm going to roll, and I'll take 10% more attack speed. 6 melee damage is an incredible find. I'm very happy about that. And then we'll buy all of these items and another Shuriken. I will definitely take an early candy bag. I'll definitely take a goblet. This is one of the best healing items for us. And I think we can take a baby elephant as well. This character's doing a lot of splash damage around the map, so although our damage is mostly going to come from our weapons, a baby elephant, given how many materials we're dropping on the ground and how high our percent damage is going to be and how we're already doing kind of randomly spread damage, I think will be an okay purchase. Just need more crit chance, more attack speed. Piercing shot would be incredible if we could get those. A baby gecko would be amazing. One of the items that we're looking for the most is a cute monkey. That would help us a ton here. I'll definitely take 7% crit chance. Also, you'll notice that I'm mostly ignoring harvesting. You can buy harvesting on the loud, but you mostly want to focus on just damage stats. With plus 50% enemies, you'll have basically infinite money regardless, as long as you're clearing enemies efficiently. I want melee damage, I want attack speed. It's a little harder to find attack speed most of the time, so I'll take the attack speed here. And then I'll buy the candy bag, I'll buy the baby elephant, I'll roll and roll again. And I'll take an alien tongue. Consumable healing is still going to be an important source of healing for us. I am pretty sad that I didn't get a... another shuriken, though, when we still had guaranteed weapons in every shop. Alright, these slashers are going to absorb a lot of our damage. I do want to get some lifesteal in order to make our shurikens heal us efficiently, which, of course, thanks to their bouncing, they will. As soon as we get some lifesteal, they will keep us alive very well. We'll get some of that from the candy bag, of course, and I do have a goblet as well for good healing. Actually, incredible healing for the loud, but I still need additional sources of healing. $290 on wave 6, not bad. I'll take a lemonade there, and then I'm going to reroll. And I'll pick up 15 luck. Luck is very good for this character as well. Here, I think I need flat melee damage more than I need crit chance, although crit chance, of course, helps with our bounces. Flat melee damage helps us actually kill things. I'll buy coupon, I'll buy goblet, I'll buy crystal. We will not likely maintain the crystal bonus forever, but attack speed is really important. And then I'm going to ban wheelbarrow for a free reroll here. I'll buy a shuriken, I'll lock a beanie. I'll ban glasses here, and then re-roll again. I'll take padding because my max HP is really bad, and then I'm going to roll one more time. You're pretty incentivized to re-roll a lot on this character because you have so much money, but you need to turn that money into stats that help you survive. So re-rolling to get the items that you're looking for, even if it's a slightly expensive re-roll, even if you have a couple items locked, very important to just spend your money on the loud. You can, of course, get overwhelmed, especially if you walk into a couple attacks like that on this character. Because there are a lot of enemies on the field, so if you're not clearing them efficiently, then they can definitely put a lot of pressure on you, especially because we're currently a little low on weapon levels, which, thanks to the additional bounces that you get, are one of the ways to make sure that your clear speed is as efficient as possible. I will take this, it's 4% crit chance, and then here I'm going to take 3 lifesteal over 2 armor, because I do need some healing. Buy a shuriken level up, and then we'll take the pearl, and okay, I can buy everything. Sharp bullet, I'm definitely taking. Treasure map, I'm definitely taking, and then I'm going to reroll and lock a duct tape as well. So Pierce happens after bounce. Which for weapons that don't inherently have bouncing is a problem because it reduces the damage of your piercing. But for weapons like Shuriken that do full damage on their bounces, it's good that it happens in that order because then your bounces do full damage and your pierce does whatever damage it would normally have done. And given that we're just trying to kill huge numbers of enemies, having piercing shots is very important. So we're very, very happy to have found the sharp bullet there. Definitely having a little bit of trouble killing these high health single target enemies. Also, I maybe should have tried not to kill that curse alien, because that means that we are going to get some cursed enemies showing up, which can be pretty dangerous. We'll take a treasure map here, take a gentle alien. I'm going to take 7% crit chance. I just need more damage at this point, and then I will roll. And I don't want to buy the plant because I want lifesteal over regen, so I'll just ban plant. I'll lock pile of books because it is 5% crit chance. It's inefficient, but we want all the crit chance we can get. And then here, I'll definitely take a shuriken upgrade. I'll buy a black belt. I do want the ghost outfit. I don't know if I can get away with buying it at this point because it's pretty rough to lose all of my armor going to 0 armor. I think I will lock it. I might not buy it next wave, depending on what we find, but we do want to get to dodge cap eventually on this character, and increasing our dodge cap makes that plan even more powerful. Very happy that we have piercing shots for wave 9 here. Also, helping us clear the summons immediately. Now, my damage per shot is definitely not at the point that I want it at. 27 damage criticals are just not high enough. So I need more melee damage, and in particular, I need more weapon levels. There's that curse coming back to haunt me a little bit. With only a few seconds left in the wave, I'm going to run into the center here and pick up all the materials that I dropped. And then we'll keep doing this. Definitely want to get this loot alien kill, and we don't really give up clear speed. Lucky 777. We'll go ahead and recycle that. We'll buy a whetstone. I will take the clover. It does cost me some lifesteal, but it's all great stats for us. And then I will roll here. 3% more lifesteal, 12% more damage. And do I want armor? Do I want attack speed? Do I want to roll for melee damage? Let's just take attack speed because it's a great stat. And then I will buy these items. I think I will just buy the ghost outfit at this point. It's obviously making us a little weaker right now, but I think it's fine. And then I'll pick up Cauldron. I'll save my last 2 bands for rerolls, but we'll buy a Gentle Alien. Another Pearl. Once you get 2 pearls, it actually gets really good. And then we'll buy a Bonk Dog as well, just helping us do more damage. Baby Squid, we will actually get a lot of regen out of. So even though we're at negative regen, I think it is worth buying the Baby Squid. And I'm going to pass on Landmines and Fertilizer here. Especially because, again, I have candy bags, so we're going to get a couple points of regeneration for free here and there. I think we got 2 just in this wave. And we'll level up really fast, because we're making more money than every other character would. Now, I don't think that Shuriken is, in general, even after the buff, a great weapon on Nightmare mode. But it is really fun on the Loud, because you end up with so much money that you can make even this relatively weak scaling weapon pretty powerful. Trying to avoid taking hits to maintain our crystal bonus. Though, as the wave gets a little bit more dangerous, and the fact that I accidentally killed that curse alien, or rather, killed it without thinking about it, meant that I was under some pressure. I wasn't able to pick up all the materials here. I'll take a laser turret, I'll take sunglasses, and then here I'm going to take 7% more crit chance. So we're up to 100% crit chance on our level 3 shurikens, which is great. I will still buy the poisonous tonic, though. I'll buy fresh meat, I'll ban compass, and then I will reroll. And can I afford the lucky charm here? Losing 2 melee damage is pretty painful, but I do think that lucky charm is a good enough item for us that I'll take it, and then I'll reroll. I'll take an ugly tooth, take a dangerous bunny, and then lighthouse I'm going to lock and just ban for another reroll here, because we just don't care about the engineering at all. If I roll into nail exactly, then I would have been happy to have the lighthouse, but we shouldn't buy an item or leave a potentially bad roll in the pool, just in case we find one specific other item. Alright, I'm still clearing the wave just fine on wave 11 here, even though I bought the Lucky Charm, so I'm happy I did that. Oops. Although I did just walk into every attack in the world in a row, so I need to be a little careful there. And when I do walk into a bunch of attacks, I take a lot of damage, because my armor's very low, and enemy damage is very high at this point. Here I will take 3 armor, I need to fix that. And I could take 8% damage. I feel like I can do better. I'll take 3% lifesteal. Here, I'm going to buy these items, ban the lighthouse for a reroll. Rip and Tear, it does cost me some crit chance, but this is a pretty powerful tool to increase our damage output. So I'll take the Rip and Tear, I'll take the Fruit Basket, I'll take the Lumberjack shirt. Do I want the Spider? I think not. I'm just going to roll past that, and then I'll buy a Baby Gecko. I'll lock Feather, because I do still want to increase my dodge. Vigilante Ring will definitely buy. Do I want a Glass Cannon? -3 armor, I think, is too steep a price, so I'm going to pass on the Glass Cannon here. We have a lot of percent damage already, and just putting myself to where I get one-shot by taking a random projectile hit from, like, an enhanced scuba or something just seems really dangerous. I need to roll into some more max HP and stuff as well. With 50 HP and 6 armor, which would go down to 3 if I bought the Glass Cannon, we are definitely in danger of just getting flattened by some of the higher damage enemies that start showing up at this point. So I didn't think it was wise, even though it's a pretty big damage increase, to invest in an item that makes me that vulnerable. Making really good income here. I maintained my crystal bonus the whole wave. Will-O-Wisp, I will recycle here, and then I could take 15 more luck. It works with my double pearl, but let's just take some more attack speed. And then here, I could take 7 crit chance. My crit chance on my, level 3 shurikens already crit 100% of the time. So let's just reroll here. I'm looking for armor, dodge, melee damage, HP. I guess I'll just take dodge, because I do want to get to dodge cap. I'll buy the Vigilante Ring, buy Feather, and Goblet. Do I have any consumable healing? I have 1. I do want... Also, I keep losing HP regen, which is funny. So the Baby Squid's given us 4, but I've bought so many items that reduce it that I still haven't had positive regen. So the Baby Squid has been pretty bad. I could buy Alien Worm here to just get a little bit of max HP, but let's just roll past it. I will definitely keep upgrading my weapons. I'll buy a propeller hat. I'll roll. Capping my move speed at 0 is pretty rough. Do I want the shackles? I think not. 8 regen basically gets us to positive regen, which is fine. 80 range is okay, but we're just going to bounce shots anyways. And yeah, I'm much happier buying these items. I will take an alien tongue. I'll roll here. I don't have any pumpkins or anything, so bandana would not increase my damage significantly by adding an extra pierce, so I'm going to pass on it, but I'll buy the whetstone. So I definitely, at this point, need more melee damage. That's one of the stats that we're missing the most. Something like a Mastery would make this very easy. Or obviously something like Big Arms would be great, or Mammoth would be incredible. Those types of items would be awesome as well, but Mastery is kind of the number one realistic role here. Hunting Trophy or Tentacle, of course, would be amazing. We have 100% crit chance at this point, so having additional value from our critical hits would be great. And here I will recycle the fuel tank. We did finally get a free pearl, which is awesome. I am building dodge, but I will still take the alloy. The damage is something that we really need here. And then I'm going to roll and roll again. I don't need more crit chance is the thing. We're already at cap, basically. I'll take 6 movement speed. My move speed is a little bit low. Here, okay, I have built a point of curse. I think we can get away with Black Flag, and it is pretty powerful. And then I'll definitely take the mouse. I'll pick up a scared sausage as well, and we'll take another mouse. Community support is incredible for this character, of course, and coffee and whistle are both fine. Alright, Wave 14 is always brutal on Crash Zone, but A little easier for a bouncing shot build if you have the damage to clear the enhanced goobers as soon as they spawn, which it looks like we do, though obviously that could change as more of them are on the field at once. But basically you want to be killing those guys. You're going to be triggering a lot of summons because you don't control what you're damaging thanks to the bouncing shots, but at least you can make sure that they mostly die right away if you have the damage to clear the wave as they spawn. Now here, we're starting to fall a little behind, and that's in part because I'm killing all these enemies run away. I'm killing all the enemies that are near me, and so we're sometimes not attacking and thereby not getting bounces. So what I need to be doing is just running towards the enemies a little bit more in order to ensure that I have bouncing shots going constantly. I do want more armor, but this is a level 3 dodge upgrade, and getting to dodge cap again, super efficient. And then we'll buy all of this stuff. I will re-roll here. Okay, I'll take a third mouse. I mean, even more enemies, even more lifesteal. That's all great. Do I want a dynamite? I do have the rip and tear. Rip and tear is really not doing much. I also don't think I need more pickup radius. I need more effects like Baby Gecko. Here, I'll take a gentle alien, lock the corrupted shard. I have 32 lifesteal. I just don't think I need to buy the blood leech. And try to bounce attacks off of this elite, clearing all the rest of the enemies while DPSing the elite. Because, of course, that's the advantage. One advantage of bouncing weapons is you get to do that. That was a nice dodge because it helped me maintain my crystal buff. And that one as well. Not that one, though, because I didn't get one as I walked into the enemy attack for the 4th time in a row. Obviously, there's only so long you can keep getting lucky and getting dodges. But we killed the elite. Now we should be much cleaner at clearing the rest of the wave, because the elite will no longer be absorbing just huge amounts of HP worth of damage. Yeah, my pickup radius is plenty high enough to pick up consumables when I need them, and is actually far enough that we're getting good value off of material pickup as well. So I didn't need to buy another alien tongue. You can see we only left 30 on the ground there. Wolf helmet, definitely not the item that we were looking for, but we'll take it. I'll take an improved tools. Gnome is an item that I was looking for. Just 10 melee damage is great. Also, I somehow just picked up 20 elemental damage that shop. And so our scared sausage will actually start doing some stuff. That was double dangerous bunny as well. I'll take the dynamite when it shows up for free in the shop, and then here I'm going to take 12 HP. I want armor very badly as well, but this is a level 4 upgrade, and we do still need more max health. I'll buy all of these items. I'll roll. Buy a bat. Roll again. Do I want a bean teacher? I think we can get away with buying it even this late, and then we'll re-roll one more time. I have plenty of healing. I don't need the decomposing flesh, but I will still take a lucky charm, and I'll re-roll. Finally got a leveled up Shuriken, and then I'm going to re-roll again, and we'll buy more dodge as well. Okay, we did get a candy bag elite spawning. This was not a natural elite spawn, I don't believe. Because we just had one last wave, and they can't spawn 2 waves in a row. I was watching the enhanced flies to make sure that they were dying to the bounces before they got to put out too many projectiles. That's what caused me to just stand in the enemy attack. But basically, as long as we're clearing the elite, and as long as we're clearing the enhanced flies before too many shots get on the field, this wave shouldn't be too bad. This is a tough wave for us, because we have bouncing shots. It's an enhanced fly wave, so there's just a lot of projectiles that we're going to have to dodge. But okay, well, this is starting to get pretty chaotic here. Fortunately, I have very high healing. But I did have to leave a lot of materials on the ground just because of how many attacks there were. I'll take the acid here. I'll recycle the statue. The attack speed while standing still is okay. I just don't like the standing still items, so I never buy them. We'll recycle that. I'll take the lantern here. This is great. Knockback, when we get it in that large an amount, is actually pretty relevant as well. I'll take some armor, and then I'll take 12% more dodge, trying to get to our 70 dodge cap. We'll keep upgrading our shurikens. And Go up to 58 dodge there. We'll buy a shady potion and a defective steroid and roll again. And roll again. I'll buy a tree. Explosion size for the rip and tear, I think we can just pass on. But a level 4 Shuriken is great. A cute monkey, one of the best healing items we could find, so we're very happy about that. And we'll lock Gentle Alien and a fruit basket as well. Also, I just got the 0 regen after Candy Bag and our baby squid have done so much work trying to get me there, and we're again buying a minus regen item. That's really funny. Was this another Candy Bag Elite? I can't remember if our second, or if our second Elite was wave 17 or 18. Obviously, we'll find out in a second here. Another Candy Bag Elite would have been really fun if we got 2 in a row. Making it past wave 16 with the enhanced flies, of course, with a bouncing projectile is a pretty difficult challenge, but we did it. And made 888 materials this wave. I'll take the ashes. Obviously, we want more armor, but 20% damage and attack speed. And the 100 range isn't totally irrelevant. These are stats that are way too good to pass up on. Yeah, that was another Candy Bag Elite. We have another one here. I'll level up my Shurikens. I think that'll help the most. And buy the potato. I guess I can just buy everything, and then I'll roll. Buy a Gentle Alien, lock a Baby Gecko, and re-roll. Lock the level 1 Shuriken. Do I want Cyberball? We have a baby elephant, right? Did I buy a baby elephant? Yeah, I did. It's done 37k, so yeah, I just don't think that that's going to be enough damage to matter, even with a ton of luck. But let's just buy it just for fun. So I'll buy the Cyberball here. I do want more attack speed, but I've got 124 and community support, so I don't really need the small magazine, which also decreases our damage. Extra stomach would be, we would get it just for wave 19, so we're basically buying 8 health if I buy extra stomach. I think we'll just roll past that. I don't really care about capping my max HP, and I do want more melee damage. Our melee damage is shockingly low for this point in the game, actually. Against this enemy, just run in a little triangle. Although I did walk into a couple attacks here. A little more visual clutter, of course, on Nightmare mode, so it's a little easier to accidentally walk into attacks, but we were able to kill the Elite really quickly. Trying to make sure that we clear those eggs and all of the goobers as they get summoned as well. Ideally, we stagger killing the summoners. Of course, that's not always possible, since we don't control where our attacks are going. But ideally with the goobers, you stagger them, so you kill one, and then you kill the summoner, kill all the summons, kill the summoner, kill all the summons, and so on. Yeah, I'll take a jetpack. It again costs me some armor, but going up to 70 dodge cap is great. I guess I'll take the fish hook, a 30% or 30 materials for a 20% chance of cursing like 1 or 2 items. I think it's fine. Take a goat skull here, and then I'm gonna reroll and pick up some more percent damage. Or actually, luck is almost as good as percent damage here, just because I have the pearls. And then I'm just gonna take 1 armor. I just need armor at this point in order to be survivable. I'll buy all of these items. Don't care about capping my max HP there. I'll buy the charcoal. We're going to kill the enemies faster than the Greek fire, probably. But I guess I do have the scared sausage, so it's probably okay to buy Greek fire here. I'll definitely buy the triangle of power. We have crystal already. Those 2 items go together extremely well. And then we'll lock all of these things. Because I have padding, I've reduced my HP below max, so going back up to 91 would be fine. This is a darkness wave, but I have the lantern, so I still get a lot of extra vision. Both our laser turrets spawning directly adjacent to each other is fun. Not that they're actually doing enough to do damage, really. I guess the cursed one might be getting a reasonable amount of damage contribution. We'll see at the end of the run. Actually, I just got the cursed one, so I can check it at the end of this wave and check it against my weapons, and we can see how it did compared to just my weapons this wave. Tractor, of course, we're going to recycle here. I'm going to reroll and just pick up some armor, because again, what I mostly care about is just not getting one shot. And then I'll reroll here, and we'll take 8 melee damage to kill the bosses a little faster. So this did 30k damage, and actually outperformed my level 2 shurikens. That's kind of incredible. So good job, our laser turret, even with very little engineering. Small fish does actually help kill bosses, so I'll pick it up right at the end of the game. And then ricochet is fun, but not really what we're looking for. We're already at dodge cap, so I don't need more dodge from the feather. I'll take the helmet. I'll roll here. Tardigrade can protect my triangle of power and my crystal, and we have 70 dodge to make the tardigrade better as well. I'm going to spend 135 on 2 melee damage. The riposte will never actually come up. I'll buy a Blazemander just because it's cursed, and then I'll reroll, buy a Shuriken upgrade, buy a Claw Tree, buy a helmet, and reroll just for fun there. And then we'll go to wave 20. I was definitely hoping that we didn't get a candy bag elite here, though it would have been totally fine. And there we go. That is the Loud having flattened Nightmare mode. Shuriken was really fun on this character. There was one scary point on wave 16, but other than that, we did amazingly well. An early candy bag, of course, gave me incredible amounts of stats. 400 saved from the coupon, 160 healing from goblets, 70k damage from Baby Elephant, not great. Our 3 pearls were each giving us 18% damage. I only ended up finding 1 extra pearl, which is a little unlucky. And our treasure maps didn't perform that well either. We had a lot of luck, and yet these items kind of underperformed here. Where you would normally expect them to, at least. Gentle Aliens, obviously, great item. The Sharp Bullet was excellent. Getting so much lifesteal early was also part of what made this run pretty straightforward. We just never were really in danger of losing all our health, because I just always had the maximum 10 per second healing from lifesteal. And the Bonk Dog didn't do that great. It did 50k damage. Our laser turret dealt 33k between the two of them. Oh, right, that's 33k total, not because I had this one earlier. So the cursed laser turret definitely did not outperform a shuriken. I just confused myself there. Baby Squid, we did end up with positive regen, but only barely, because I kept reducing my regen. 43k damage from Rip and Tear, it was fine. And Loot Worm, 200 bonus material from the Loot Worm, 500 from the Black Flag, 75k damage from Scared Sausage, and what else? What did the Greek Fire do? Dealt 25k damage, which is a little better than our weapons. It was basically like 2 extra weapons, so honestly, Greek Fire performed better here than I was expecting it to as well. Alright, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this run, and of course, if you have, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.